So let's go to technical analysis of CMC SC. As you can see, this is a monthly chart. So one candle is 1 month. And we can see that it was like, it looked like it was flat. In reality, it wasn't flat, but this is the growth in the end of 90s, 97, something, right? So the huge growth here, right? So it's probably from whatever $3, $4, it's moved to close to $18. So several times, a very huge growth, right? And after that, remember, like in 2000, there was a bubble burst, right? And so we can see it's pulled back, and then it went even lower in 2002. Okay, we don't see numbers here because we couldn't see it in value line. So if you wanna know those numbers, it's probably easier to download it from Google Focus, but there is no information here. After that, we kind of stayed flat, then it went up. In 2008, we again collapsed down. So if you look at this price, it's close to probably 15 here, and this is around 5. So the company's price, the share price, dropped like 70%, but we just saw that the earnings were kept growing. Okay, that's how people are emotional, and when they're emotional, they sell it off, even if the company is good and performing pretty well. So, and it's lasted for several years. So that's why, guys, if you're a long-term investor and if you bought something and you personally believe that the company is fundamentally strong and is going to survive all these troubles, so just keep holding it, okay? Don't sell it at the lowest price, because that's the worst thing to do. If you kept it from here, if you sold it here for $5, you would be definitely biting your nails when it got to 60, right? So it's a lot of business to do like that. And from 2011, it started growing pretty fast. So that's why it's important to know certain strategies, like, for example, selling covered calls. At least you can collect something, even if it goes on the way down. You have to do it properly, but still, it's a good thing to know how to do it. And you can see it for the last several years, it becomes volatile, and volatility actually increases. So we can see that the highest points are growing, the lowest points are growing, but not as high, not as quick as the highest points. Okay. And by the way, in the monthly chart, if we look, the company is oversold. It didn't cross, like it didn't show the growth, start to grow, but still it's already an oversold. So we can expect that people buy it on the monthly chart as well. Okay. So that's how it looks last couple of years. So this is the lowest point during the pandemic crash. Okay, it was $31.70. Then after that, it's recovered very quickly to $71.70. So it's like nearly 100% growth within what 2 years, 1.5 years, right? And now we can see that from the last year it starts sliding down. And again, during this period of time, the company, especially this time, right, the company still performing better than previous. So it's still growing, but the share price adjusting. Why? First of all, because the whole index, the whole industry, not industry, the whole market is going down, people selling it off. So they're adjusting it. So if at that particular level, P/E ratio was probably close to 18, 19, if we analyze it here. So it was at a higher range of P/E ratio for this particular company. So the company was overvalued. And of course, investor lost confidence and they were selling it off. And also didn't know what to expect, because during this period, still, there were a lot of news about pandemic, like coronavirus. And on the top of everything else, at the moment, this conflict with China and Taiwan, so can create the situation. Can you imagine if Chinese decide to do something like Russia did with Ukraine, they start moving their forces into Taiwan? It might affect the manufacturing of semiconductors in the big thing. It's huge. Can you imagine, just because now semiconductors are used everywhere, even in cattle, right? So, and can you imagine that the companies like that, they will suffer a lot. IT companies, they will suffer like the biggest thing. Right? So if you can use the old iron, right? So you cannot probably use the car, to build the car without certain semiconductors. So that was one of the reasons. Also, this potential fear of unknown brought this particular company low. Okay, so is it going to happen? I don't know, but at least I know that United States a few months ago they announced that they're going to build, not actually a couple months ago, Intel announced about it already more than a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, that they're building mega factories which are going to build semiconductors within the United States. Okay, not just in Taiwan, because they can. It's national security for them, as I heard what they're saying. Okay, so let's have a look at closer. That's how it looks like. Okay, and this is a downtrend, and this is one roll. This is the second roll, and here's probably the smaller rolls. We can see this is the earnings, and the earnings, you see the green one, right? And they were better than expected, but still their projection was low, and as a result we can see the fall. Okay, instantly kind of recovered, at least at certain level, and we can see that there are a few levels here. So this level, $39, we can see it was bouncing here for quite a while, nearly a few months here, right? A month at least. Okay, we're bouncing, and then broke through this level and went to $43. So $43, $42 is one level. Around $40, definitely I can see it here somewhere close. Okay, then $39 level. So and basically $37.7 and $36. So this is the weakest one, 36.5. This is a bit stronger, and 39 is pretty strong. That's why we see it bounce back from 39. We came it here on Friday and then bounced back on Monday. Right? So indicators are in neutral situation, so we don't know are we going to find the strength and break through, or we're going to pull back. We can see that the volume was lower when the company was going down, right? When it was going up, the volume was increasing. So it's kind of a sign that it might break through and go higher. But remember, the indexes, the whole structure of indexes, they're at the highest point as well. So if the indexes start to going down, so they will pull down the company as well together, right? So we definitely can expect that it's going to go low. So if you do trade, at what levels would you trade? Or if you invest, maybe until what level you're going to hold. So please write it down in chat, and then I will review my personal opinion about it.